Good morning. Well, as promised, better late than never. I'm going to give you a little tour of my sewing room. I'm going to put this video up as a standalone video as well, just so it doesn't get lost in the sea of all the Vlogmas videos, because it is December the 30th and this is just an addition onto my Vlogmas 2023. It is unfortunately one of the darkest days of the year so far, so I hope that things are going to look okay on the screen. It seems to be a little bit brighter on the screen than it actually is, so let's hope that the video comes out alright. So, shall we start? Here's my sewing room up the stairs. I've got a lovely little sign on the door that was made for me. Let's go in. So the room is basically the size of a small bedroom, and it was originally a bigger room. My son's bedroom is through that way and we built a wall there, so made the room into two smaller rooms. It's very messy at the moment, which I'm not going to apologise for because it is used, it's loved, and I'm up here almost every day. I've been doing a bit of journaling, which is why my desk is covered in stuff at the moment, and I'll probably come back to doing a bit more of that as well, so I'm not tidying it all away just now. But you can see my sewing machine is here, and that gets used a lot as well, so that sits out all the time. And I've got my big cutting mat here on my table as well, and a nice view from my window. Let's get the fairy lights on. I don't know why I haven't done that already. There we go. Looks super cosy in here now with the fairy lights on. I really love coming up here autumn, winter. It's just such a cosy space and so nice to be in. I've got a lot of plants here as well, as you can see. I think it's important to have plants everywhere. I love plants. I've got a little collection on my windowsill there. That was a Thanksgiving cactus that flowered not long ago. And these are just some little, what do you call them? Plant babies, let's call them. I'm just hoping that they come on there nicely because this is a nice south facing windowsill and it gets the great light. Apart from today, it gets a lovely light. And I've got a string of hearts there, which usually does brilliantly, but I think I've maybe got out of my watering schedule and some of my houseplants don't look too happy at the moment, so I'm going to hopefully get back into my watering routine and take care of my plant babies. I have got a lot of stuff, a lot of knickknacks, a lot of little memories, a lot of things that make me smile, a lot of things I think that are pretty or just nice. So yeah, there's no minimalism around here at all. I've got a pin board here with gathered things from over the years, photographs that I've liked. Sometimes we take a lot of photographs but we don't actually do much with them, so sometimes I do try and print them out. I've got a couple of pictures here from a yarn shop that is in North Berwick. That one and the one below it there, basket of yarn. That was my old cat Felix. You'll recognise the scene there. He's sitting on the sewing room windowsill back when the sewing room was just made and it was not full of stuff. And I've got poems, I've got photos, postcards, all sorts of little things that I just want to have out on display. And then I've got a pin in here. I made these, I had these in my shop a while ago, so I made myself one. Lots of Snoopy badges there because I love Snoopy. Just lots of things, lots of postcards that I've had, that I've put into mystery boxes that I've curated, things that have been sent to me, gifts, just so much lovely stuff. I'm really lucky to be sent gifts as well, so every now and then you might see something that someone's made for me, such as this lovely heart with all the like broken ceramics on it. Really lovely. I'll show you a little bit more about what's here on the windowsill. This is a tile that I got in Spain. A lot of the house names are made up of the tiles. They've got tiled walls outside their houses and in the gardens, and I just think it's so beautiful. So I saw these at a market and got myself an R for Rachel. These are beachy finds. We are very lucky to live near the coast and I go to the beach a lot. I just love this little green tile. I just love the, is it called the patina? All the cracks, everything about it. I love it. It looks like an old map. And I love the colour. I love green as well. So yeah, that came home with me. I've got some fossils here that I found. I went to Lyme Regis and found fossils, which was amazing. So I've got a little collection of fossils there. A lovely card that was hand stitched and sent to me. A willow star there that I made. I volunteer in a garden with the National Trust from Scotland, and that's willow grown there, and then I made the star myself as well. I've got some shelves to the left of my desk. I've got things that get used a lot, like ribbons and bits cut out ready to be sewn into things. I've got a lovely little doll here, a little sewing lady. My mum made her for me for Christmas a few years back. I think she's definitely based on like a Tilda type of doll. She's got little rolls of fabric at the bottom there too. I'm not going to start taking stuff off the shelf or things might just fall apart. My little clown there, I've had it since I was little. It says half pint on it, which is what my dad used to call me. And just lots of storage. Yep, messy. Lots of little bits and pieces. Some cards there. I won a giveaway last year, or this year, from this artist, and got a load of cards, some of which I've actually framed and put up in the rest of the house as well because they were so pretty. And lots of nice sentiments. I do like a good quote. I made these garlands last year. They went into my Christmas boxes, and I've got a few dotted about as well. And then I've got more stuff, buttons, threads. This is a lot of scraps of paper and card. If you do any paper crafting or any kind of crafting, you'll know we don't throw out scraps. So whenever I need just a little bit of something for a journal or to make a tag, I've got stuff there. And I've got a little collection of clips, which are always handy for either sewing, like zips, or holding together papers or stickers or whatever. Yeah, just random stuff that I think I'll use that one day. And I've got some sock blockers there. Not that I knit many socks lately. And another little sign. This was made by the same person that made the one on my door, by Ali, who is Homebird Makes. I think you can find her on, she's definitely on Instagram. And I know she has a shop. I'm not sure whether it's on Etsy or Shopify. This is my office chair. I love it. I love gingham. I love pale pastel greys. Just love the chair. I've got a really old Cath Kidston cushion there, which I got on a D-stash online. Someone used to sell loads of Cath Kidston stuff. I can't find her anymore though. So yeah, I've got my cushion. I've got this blanket, which I didn't make. I bought that. And I love it. I love the colours. I love the pop of colour it adds to the room. And it's great for using as props as well when I make crochet hook rolls or project bags, etc. And I'm taking photographs. And this is over to the right hand side of my desk. I've got a crafting trolley, which I know a lot of you will have because they're so handy. This stores all my journaling stuff. Well, no, that's a lie. It doesn't store all of it. It stores some of it. I have got a lot more. So yeah, I've got journaling stuff on the top shelf. The next row down, that is a full journal that I finished, my Christmas one. I've got jars here with wax stamps in them. Giant jars are great for storing so many things. I've got a box at the back there I can just see peeking out, which is washi tapes. And then down below, empty space because I've got two big folders that hold stamps. So this is one that holds lots. It's got partitions in it as well, but it's chock-a-block. And then I've got a smaller one that's got little zippy pockets, and I store stamps in there too. So I've got a lot of stamps. And then those ones are like the packs of wooden mounted ones. So yeah, and then I've got hooks at the front there with a couple of pencil cases on as well. So yeah, everything is to hand. It's just a case of there's just an awful lot of it, and that's why I was giving it a bit of a sort out. But I love these trolleys. They really are useful. Up on the wall there, I've had shelving cut into the alcoves of the house, which just gives more storage. So this one here, I've got a few books which I use for crafting in terms of like tearing up the pages. So I've got a couple of music books. I've got one that I found recently which is Scottish music and Scottish songs, which I thought was great, and I used that a lot in my Christmas boxes. I made origami stars actually with the paper and put one in each of the larger boxes. And I also used the paper to make a tag for the front of the box. That is a bit of my hand-dyed wool collection. Really pretty ones there. More plants, just more little bits and pieces. Like I've got a little dish here with some stamps, like actual postage stamps that I thought I could use in my journal, and obviously forgot all about. I've got some beautiful dried hydrangea heads there too, which I've used for journaling as well. My little succulent here is in a beach find. I saw this thing and it was such a satisfying dome shape. Like, can you see the shape of it? So the inside is that shape, and that just appealed to me, and I thought that would be great for putting a little plant in. And of course it's the bottom of a wine bottle, because they've always got that dimple in the bottom, but I just love it. I love that it's just so random. And then I've got a little crochet coaster here that I made. No idea what pattern that would have been. A little wooden block that was made for me as well. Little love heart. A little monster that I was given. Just loads of things that I've gathered over the years that just are cute or I like, or yeah, or mean something, have a memory attached. So then I've got my other shelf here's got my giant yarn jar in it. I found the jar in Costco and it had giant pickled onions or something in it, which I didn't like, but I could see the potential of the jar. I mean, there's my hand for scale, it is a massive jar. And there's another massive jar, which I think is a Kilner jar I got from TK Maxx. And just more odds and ends, like jars there with pens in and stuff. More plants, my little old man cactus. And then over here I've got a basket which is full of minis amongst other things. And I've got a little bit of bunting here that I made years ago. Just fancied doing bunting in a slightly different shape, so I did some scallops and then decorated those. These suitcases are really handy. You get them in a set of 3, but I've got 2 different sets. This one houses my stamp blocks and ink pads. I'm just about to order another ink pad though, so I think I'm going to have to find a bigger box, because that fits in there perfectly and with no room for anything else. And then the one below it is full of punches, which are another must for paper crafters. I've got a nice big set of drawers here. The top one contains large collections of washi tapes, some more stamps, some papers, craft odds and ends like sticky labels, blank labels and blank cards, stuff like that. And then the others just contain other, basically more crafting odds and ends. I've got a nice big Billy bookshelf here which contains my bolts of fabric, which I love to see. Makes me feel like a proper little crafty fabric shop. So I've got quite a few there. I've also got a few more on the floor that wouldn't fit on the shelf, and then on the other side here I've got rolls of fabric as well. And I've got a lovely gingham ironing board that matches my chair. More storage in the cupboard there. Things like glue gun, yarn winder, yeah, more stuff, boxes of different coloured threads and binding, and yeah, lots of other stuff. And then in the back of the room I've got another little board here that's a magnet board full of just odds and ends. Saw that in a magazine and of course it appealed. Not only do I love ice cream, I love yarn, so that was cute. This is a little patchwork block I made. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just stuck it up there in the meantime, and it's been there for years now. a beautiful picture of my son when he was little. Look at his hair, so gorgeous. A picture of me when I was 21, I think. I went to Paris. And just other photographs, bits and pieces, drawings, poems. Yeah, just a little collection of stuff. And then I've got some mirrored wardrobes here. I've got all of my other fabric in these drawers. These are from IKEA, really handy for fabric. So this one is florals. This one is random miscellaneous. So got Snoopy in there, wool. Oh, there's like Halloween-y things and different animals and sewing themed and yeah, all sorts of random stuff. Florals, that is checks, dots and stripes. They all need a bit of a tidy, a neaten up. That is metallics, Christmas fabric, and then solids at the back, and the bottom two are just more like general storage. I've got scraps here. I've got packs of paper here. And I've got more paper stuff up the top as well, folders and whatnot. And more scraps up the top there. Every now and then when I'm making something small, I'll go through the scraps and just use the scraps rather than using a fresh piece of fabric. So they do get used. And then the other side, I've got a lot of scrapbooking paper there as well. And down the bottom, I've got Cath Kidston fabrics, and then the heavier weight fabrics in there that I use for making other stuff like pouches and project bags. Some rolls of, that's like fabric stiffener, and some more fabric rolls in there that are so long and tall. And then like wadding, I think my old sewing machine's in the bottom there as well, not that I'll be using it again. Yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of a glimpse into my sewing room. Like I said, it's not the best day for it. It's very dark. It's very messy in here. However, it is a room that's used, and I always think it looks a bit suspicious when you see a crafting room that is spotless. It's, you know, it's too tidy, then how much fun are you having in there? So yeah, I think you can tell I have a lot of fun in here. It's looking very cosy though. It's a nice kind of glow in here this afternoon. Yeah, so just wanted to share with you how I store things, how I use the space. I think I've made really good use of a small space and that there's a lot of storage, which is always important to me. And I've got a lot of nice things out on display as well, which is also important to me. I think you should be surrounded by things that make you happy, bring you joy, that you like looking at. So I have tried to keep it that way so that I've got sort of nice things out on display. Yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to leave me questions in the comments section. Most of the furniture, if not all in here actually, is from IKEA. The desks, the bookshelves, the drawers, the ironing board cover, the chair, the wardrobe inserts. Yeah, most things are from IKEA apart from any little things that I've bought. So if you want to know where I've got anything, feel free to ask. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. What's that I see out the window? Is that snow? Oh my god, it's snowing. I didn't realise. That's why it's so cosy in here. Some snow. Anyway, I'll sign off now. Thanks for watching. Bye.